And now, first husband of the drama club, Howell.
Okay, today on the Drama Club, this is Joel making an introduction. Today, we talk about Alex Jones and say, fuck you. Stephanie talks about Chloë Sevigny and the Brown Bunny.
Yep.
And May talks about Milli Vanilli.
Girl, you know it's true.
On the Drama Club.
What up, fam? It's good, y'all. Feels good, right? Yeah, I know it do. And without further ado, we broadcasting live from CA to NY.
Anyway, so you made a quesadilla?
Yeah, dude. Okay, so I was trying to do a little snack attack since I knew we had to record, and like I haven't been really feeling well today, so I was like, I wasn't trying to be fancy. I wasn't trying to get a plate or anything.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, most of the time when you're trying to be fancy, quesadilla isn't the first thing that comes to mind.
True. So I got some tongs. I was eating it with the tongs, and like when I squeezed the tong a little bit too tight, the cheese fell out and it burned me on the wrist.
Oh my god. And never have you been more fucking
Wronged by my own
Yeah.
Fuck
What is that called?
I don't know.
Betrayed. God
yes,
damn.
Yes. I was betrayed.
Yeah, that was bullshit. That's like the time I got food poisoning from a taco stand.
Yes.
I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is exactly what is not supposed to happen to me.
Yeah,
so
but the taco, I would be more upset about that though. Unless I get a scar. If I get a scar, then
no, you know. Oh yeah. Hopefully you don't get a scar. Remember one time I cut myself on the hand, and then you told your dad to look at it, and I was like, your dad was holding my hand and like looking at the scar, and he said, "Let me give you something for it." And I was like, "Am I gonna die?" And he was like, "Not right now." I was like, "What the fuck?" Go ahead.
But tomorrow's another day.
That was not the comfort I was looking for. That shit was funny. What I was going to tell you was the worst part about my taco thing is that I really like the tacos from that place.
Are you you think it was a fluke?
I don't know, but I'm scared to go back. I've never gone back since.
Oh, no.
Another thing I was going to tell you about food. This is the Snack Attack podcast.
Yeah.
No. Pupusas, my favorite part is when the cheese oozes out and then it gets a little bit burnt on the side.
Oh, yeah, of course.
And you rip that off and oof.
There's this Salvadorian restaurant right by my dad's old office on Beverly where you could there's a
because your dad worked in what was that street called? Close to that one.
Close to Beverly and Normandy.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's not the street I'm thinking of, but
there's this Salvadorian restaurant that has a legendary speakeasy behind it.
What?
Yeah.
What the fuck do they serve back there? Horchata? What the fuck?
Well, okay, it's more like this bar. It's not really a speakeasy. It's like a bar behind the restaurant, and they do serve elevated cocktails, and you can order from the Salvadorian restaurant while you're back there.
Well, we need to go there. I don't know why we haven't gone already.
I know.
You're telling me we could eat pupusas and then get fucked up?
Yes.
Or fucked up.
We could do that. We could do that regardless. We could do that literally any day of the week. See, I just never. I'm never like, oh, let me take Steph to eat pupusas because
I eat them all the fucking time.
Yeah,
that's why I tell Joel too. Like he gets really hyped about them, and I'm like, I
get hyped about them.
Yeah, no, I mean I love them. I think they're good, but like I mean I fucking eat them my whole life, so I'm not like particularly pumped.
Right.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. Whatever with you, however.
All right, guys. My name is Stephanie.
Your name is Stephanie, bitch. We traded. Okay, my name is Stephanie.
And my name is May.
And this is El Club de Drama.
The podcast all about dramatic things.
Celebrities. Reality TV stars.
What reality TV stars?
The fucking Schmarshmashians.
Oh, that's right. We did talk about them last week.
I talk about like Teen Mom and Jersey Shore.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I like that stuff.
I'm gonna start talking about the ones that I like. I like 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, you do like that one. I like that
like-
one too.
I like 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. And
Oh.
I like Before the 90 Days. 90 Day Fiance, Before the 90 Days.
Fun fact, bloop, since 90 Day Fiancés, there has been an increase in the K1 visa application, and it is no longer faster to fix that way than to just bring your spouse over here on a visa and get married over here.
That's
like whenever the fuck.
Yeah. I always think that when I'm watching that show, like there's a lot of drama, like, oh, are they or aren't they not gonna grant us the K1 visa? Then I always think like if you're engaged, if you're gonna get married, just get married and come over, right?
Yeah. It's basically the same time now.
Yeah.
It used to be faster, but since that show, it's like, I don't know, everybody trying to get fucking married like that and shit.
Shout out to 90 Day Fiance All-Star Mohammed, who we follow on Instagram.
Yeah, and all his thirst traps. We appreciate them and we appreciate you.
Ooh, our friend Mike, who is the artiste behind our theme music, is in town from Minnesota.
Oh, cute. Are you guys gonna hang out?
Yeah, he was free when my dad got his his surgery, so I couldn't see him that weekend, but hopefully before he leaves.
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about. Not to cut you off about Mike. That's awesome. But I cannot believe that fucking My Favorite Murder is getting a goddamn book deal. I'm so upset about this shit.
Dude, we could write. You're saying like we couldn't write a book? I think we could write a book.
No, these girls, they like fucking did drugs and went to rehab and have like eating disorder. They got drama. Me and you don't have that kind of drama. We're fucking nerds, man.
We should.
Why do you think you got your citizenship so quick? Because you don't have no fucking problems, bitch.
That's true.
Yes.
No money, no problem. Wait.
We could write a book.
I think we could write a book. We could write
This
it.
is like the conversation we had when I was like, we could do a podcast.
Yeah, exactly. No, but we could write a book. It could be about the American dream.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My parents immigrated to this country so that I could talk shit about celebrities with May. It's a grand old flag. It's a what's on it flag. Oh, man. I'm just kidding. All right, what's the hot topic for today?
Okay, the hot topic that we're going to talk about is all about this motherfucker, Alex Jones.
Yeah, so this is one of the lesser known celebrities we've ever talked about. He's not even really a celebrity.
I think he's big in that.
He's very well known in his
Yeah, for those people. By those people, we mean people that don't listen to this podcast.
like in that demographic. But
Yes.
anyways, he's a podcaster, fellow podcaster. His shows are InfoWars, right?
Infowars, yeah, that's his show.
And he has one called The Alex Jones Show.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Right. And then he also has a YouTube channel, which is crazy big. Like he has like millions of followers on his YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
So his whole thing is conspiracy theory.
Not only I mean, like, he's been increasing talking about conspiracy theories, but his whole thing is about conservatism. Like, he started around the time of the Tea Party. So he's like one of those people. And then ever since maybe the second Obama term, he started becoming very conspiracy theories.
Okay. So recently, or maybe just more so, he's been like, he thinks that the Sandy Hook thing was a fucking
Hoax.
It was a hoax. Like that it wasn't a real event that happened. And he like harasses the survivors and the family of survivors, right?
Right. And he gets his followers to harass them also.
I've never even looked into what his fucking theory is on that, but like, what the fuck are you talking about?
What level of human garbage do you have to be to bother these people who lost their children?
Yeah, like literally people died. Like you could death certificates, you could get those.
He says that they're crisis actors.
So that they did it
they're fake people. So and there's this vast conspiracy involved where people are signing off, like you're saying, death certificates. People are signing off on fake death certificates, et cetera, et cetera.
What kind of fucking world do you think we live in where like the motherfucker that works at the county recorder for wherever that was is going to be signing off on shit like this? That motherfucker hates his job, first of all.
Yeah.
He's not going to take time out of his shitty job to do something else shitty.
Well, and this motherfucker, he's just a terrible human being. He says shit like the government's turning the frogs gay.
Oh. Do we fuck with frogs though? Like, are frogs like bees where we're like, we really need them? Like, if they're gone, shit will get fucked up.
I'm sure frogs help control like the fly population.
Really?
Who else is out there marrying our Miss Piggies?
True. I don't know. The lovers, the dreamers, and me.
Well, this dude, Alex Jones, just got essentially banned from the internet. It's like a crazy thing I never thought would happen.
Yeah, it started with Apple. Me either, actually. I'm really surprised.
And like you said, it started with Apple.
Yeah, Apple kicked his podcasts off, right? Like they took everything off.
Yeah, good for them.
They banned him from being able to upload any new episodes. And then I heard that they pushed Google and YouTube to do that also.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
But anyways, so then YouTube took him off their website, deleted his channel. Like I said, he had millions of followers. So, you know, that's probably like a huge moneymaker for him.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So now he's gone off that. And then Google, was it Google? Am I tripping? No. Yeah. Facebook and Google.
Wow.
Have like treaded back on this motherfucker. Like,
good for them.
Yeah. That's what I think. That's amazing.
Where you at, Twitter? Ban
seriously.
Ban
that's what people were pressuring Twitter to do.
But
I'm sure they'll follow. But
if you ban him, you know who's worse? The fucking president.
Yeah, true.
You know,
yeah.
like you're gonna have to ban, and then people are gonna start crying.
Yeah, and Twitter is like the least profitable of all of these companies, so they probably like fucking need this guy.
Right.
So yeah, that shit's good. So he obviously immediately started shouting freedom of speech and the First Amendment and all of that. I saw a lot of constitutional professors come out and say that false speech shouldn't be protected, you know, in the way that true speech is what we protect. Also, fighting words aren't protected under the First Amendment. That's something that people don't understand all the time. Like,
what about harassment?
Yeah, that's not that's not protected speech. Like, you have the freedom to have your public opinion, like me and May and this fucking podcast, but we don't have the right to, like, you know, threaten, harass.
Yeah, like what if we took it upon ourselves to call Sean Penn every day and be like, fuck you?
Yeah, of course. There would be serious legal repercussions because all the laws play with each other, right? So you still have fucking assault as a law that you can't fucking be going along with and shit. And it's true. Like, you can't be letting people just say whatever the fuck they want because then you get the president that we got.
But okay, you know that Alex Jones, either he's in the middle of a divorce or he's gotten divorced, and during the divorce proceedings when he was when they were like starting to decide like how much child support he was going to pay or alimony or whatever, he took the stand, or he testified and said that he doesn't believe all this shit that he's spewing. He says it's performance art.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So he's
fuck you extra.
Not only is he garbage, but you're even more garbage.
Yeah,
for not believing this shit.
Yeah, you're literally just spewing hate in the world for like some sort of fucking monetary profit.
Yeah, fuck.
Which is like the worst kind of evil.
Yeah.
Money isn't everything, man. The best people are broke.
I don't know about that. There are some good ass rich people. LeBron James.
Yeah, that was the first one that came to my
LeBron
mind.
James.
LeBron James.
Yeah, so that's the hottest of hot topics right now.
Yeah, that just hit the interwebs this week.
Did you ever feel as if you've been left out? Well, that's when it really hurts. When no one understands that you'd do a good job if you had a chance, that you'd make good. You feel pretty low when you've been left out. That's the way it was with Eddie Johnson. And this is his story.
Okay, so we're doing a twofer this week.
Yep.
I don't know how we started calling this shit a twofer.
I don't know. I was
think we
trying.
just both love 30 Rock.
I was just trying to think of a better word for it recently, and I couldn't think of anything better than twofer.
Yeah, twofer's pretty cool. 2-for-1 special.
Mhm.
I was gonna tell you that I would one day like to do an episode on Jonestown, but that's not
Yeah.
a celebrity.
But we don't only do celebrities.
When have we not done a celebrity?
Lisa
I guess.
Nowak,
Yeah, there you go.
the
That's the one.
Buttafuoco thing.
That's true. Buttafuoco.
we
That's
do.
a cool ass name.
We do. It is a really cool name. We do scandals, and that was a scandal.
Yeah. I remember when I found out about Jonestown and I fucking like fell into like an internet hole
Yep,
for like
yep.
a week and a half.
Mhm.
Like you just want to fucking know everything about it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking wild. I was going to tell you that my favorite murder did fucking Dingo Ate My Baby this week.
Oh, god damn it.
It wasn't that good.
Oh, really?
No, I'm telling you, their latest episodes, they haven't been that great. You think those girls could commit a murder and get away with it? Nah.
No.
Could they tell their therapist?
Yeah. Georgia would have a breakdown and Karen would want to talk about it. She'd tell
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah. We could do it.
Hell yeah, we could.
Yeah, but it would have to be me, you, and Coda.
And he's got strength. Like he
Yeah.
can carry it.
Yeah.
Can you think he can keep his mouth shut though?
Yeah, this motherfucker doesn't talk anyways. He never fucking talks.
Hey, have you heard of the show called Claws?
No. Is it about cats?
It's about a nail salon.
Oh, that's cute.
And it's I feel like people should be watching this show.
What's it on?
It's on TNT.
Okay.
It's like about these like 5 bitches who work at this nail salon and they get caught up like in the underbelly of like Florida mafia.
Oh shit.
And they start laundering money.
Fictional.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. At first I thought I saw it was a
like
reality show.
That would be a good name for a reality show about a nail salon.
Yeah.
Well, it's like not the greatest show, but it's very interesting, and I'll put it on sometimes, and it's like it's trashy. There's awesome fashion in it, like ghetto nails. It's good.
That's perfect.
Dude. It's
That's
good.
awesome. Well, I'm like 3 episodes deep into Orange is the New Black. How did you like this season? You finished it, right?
Yeah, I
How
don't like a lot of these new characters.
Okay, because the season before this I thought was great. The Riot.
Yeah, and it's one of their lower rated seasons.
I thought that one was like fucking incredible.
I really like that horror episode. That was like a horror
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
I enjoyed the last episode, and like critics, they slammed it.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm like 3 episodes into this new season, and it's kind of moving kind of slow for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering like how it's gonna turn out.
Yeah, it's not one of my favorite seasons, but and especially because I don't like a lot of these new girls, but it's whatever. It's
Okay.
fine.
All right. So I'm going first.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna talk to you guys about the coolest Chloë Sevigny and the Brown Bunny drama.
Okay. Yes.
If you don't know what it is, don't worry. Just keep listening.
If
I
there-
got you. I got you, baby boo.
If there are any kids listening, don't listen to this one.
If there are any kids listening, don't listen. Period. Turn this shit off. Go read Judy Blume, one of her children's novels. Did you know that Judy Blume is one of my favorite authors?
I did know that.
Yeah, my all-time favorite book is this book called Summer Sisters by Judy Blume. I think a lot of people don't know that she writes adult novels.
Well, they're
And-
like young adult, right?
No, it's like adult.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a lot of sex in them.
I thought it was for like teenagers.
No. Anyways.
Do you follow Judy Blume on Twitter?
Yeah, she's great. I mean, she's great if you like her writing because
Yeah,
she talks
yeah.
about her books a lot.
Mhm.
And I do like her. And like hardly anybody follows her, so if you like respond to her, she'll fucking respond back. Also, that one girl, Emily Giffen, who wrote those books, Something Borrowed, Something Blue. I follow her on
Oh,
Twitter.
I don't know who that is.
Something Borrowed is it became a movie which I tricked you into going to see with me because John Krasinski was in it.
Oh, is that the one with
Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson?
And
Yes.
what's the pixie haircut girl's name?
Yeah, I don't like her. Whatever.
And she turned down John Krasinski. So
Spoiler alert.
we extra don't like you. Anyways, all right. So what was I talking about? Whoops.
Chloë Sevigny.
Chloë Sevigny is an actress and model. She's modeled for several high-profile designers, including Louis Vuitton, Miu Miu, Chloe, and Vivienne Westwood. She's dope.
She's a hell of an actress.
Yeah, she's a great actress. She has a pretty much almost entirely indie / art film career through and through. She's done blockbuster type movies, like big studio movies also. But the ones that she's done are really great, like American Psycho, Boys Don't Cry.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Boys Don't Cry.
Yeah, that movie is fucking great.
Yeah.
So Chloe was born in Massachusetts and then was raised in Connecticut. She said that her family was actually very poor, even though people think Connecticut, they think of money. But she said that they were like the poorest family in the neighborhood that she grew up in.
Okay.
She's Roman Catholic. Her parents were like heavily, like they're hella Catholics, like my parents, So she rebelled pretty young. She said she started drinking, smoking, straight West Coasting. She used to do hallucinogenic drugs pretty
of course.
recreationally. Yeah,
I could tell.
Of course, yeah. And her mom forced her into AA at a pretty young age.
Ooh, really?
Yeah. I wonder if her mom didn't know about the drugs and just thought she was drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but if it must have been like a big, more than just like a teenage phase type thing. Actually, maybe not, because her parents were all religious.
That's what I think. Yeah, I think it was just like they fucking freaked out.
So they were like, is that a marijuana cigarette? And like sent her to AA.
Yeah. So she's talked about it, and she said, my childhood was great. I only rebelled because I was fucking bored, basically. And that she just liked drugs.
I appreciate the honesty.
Yeah, I mean, she's not an addict by any means. It's just like total recreational type of shit. Okay, so in 1992, so she used to take the metro or the train to Manhattan all the time to kick it with dudes, because,
Hey.
In 1992, she was discovered in Manhattan at age 17 by a fashion editor, and then she started modeling. She modeled for X Girl, which is the fashion label designed by Kim Gordon of Sonic Youth.
Oh.
Yes.
Does that label still exist?
No, it doesn't. And it's Kim Gordon and I want to say the lead singer of Shoo Shoo, which is another cool band from the 90s. Shout out to Kim Gordon. Sonic Youth is one of my favorite bands. And since I was talking about books earlier, Kim Gordon's book, Girl in a Band, is her autobiography. That is a fucking great autobiography.
Dude, shout out to Kim Gordon, because I think it was last year there was a rumor going around that she was bitten by a coyote.
That's amazing.
In the the Silver Lake Whole Foods parking lot.
The fact that all of that story is amazing. Whole Foods, coyote, Kim Gordon. Perfect. Silver Lake, yeah. That's amazing. All we needed was fucking Joey Buttafuoco to show up, and that shit would have been off the chain.
Kim Gordon has a comment and say that she actually did not get bitten by a coyote, but
I bet. And she probably said it really cool and like it wasn't a big deal.
Right.
Yeah, fucking bitch. Anyways, so her debut was in Sonic Youth's video for Sugarcane. Chloe's debut, not Kim.
Yeah, not Kim.
Kim is in Sonic Youth. She's huge as fuck. So that was her debut. So that's pretty much like the coolest debut of all time. No one's gonna peek that shit. It's like, imagine like your debut was in a Nirvana video or some shit.
Yeah. You're that baby on the Nevermind cover.
Yeah. Shout out to that baby. And we all seen your dick. So she became a total it girl in the 90s. And in 1994, there was an article about her in the New Yorker because she was living in Brooklyn as a seamstress. And she partied a ton and went to like all the dope clubs.
Yeah.
And she was on some album covers and became a fashion icon.
I bet you she's got stories.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And
I love hearing... Sorry, go ahead.
She'll probably say it like all casual, like, so I was hanging out with
Basquiat. And
Yeah.
Me and Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so she was a fashion icon. I love these parts of our stories, like when Sharon Tate moved to London to be in movies, and she was like fucking partying and like having the time of her life. She was all young and fucking hot as fuck. And
Yeah.
you know, that's always the best. But it goes downhill. Anyways, not completely, but just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
So she made her film debut in the 1995 movie Kids, which was written by her then boyfriend, Harmony Korine. This dude reminds me of what you were saying, like someone who does weird stuff kind of for the sake of being weird.
Yeah.
And I talked about this with you last week. Like his second movie, Gummo, it's good. Like everybody should watch it, but it's like there are parts of it that are so bizarre that I kind of feel like they're just in there for the sake of being bizarre.
He's like, look how provocative I'm being.
Exactly.
Yeah. I like that. I haven't seen Gummo though.
You should watch it. It's fucking good.
Do you like it more than Kids?
Fuck no, but I really like Kids.
Okay.
I wrote this in. I love that movie. That movie blew my mind when I watched it. I was way too young. I was probably like 13. So looking back, I feel like that was kind of
that's the right age.
You think so?
Yeah.
All right. It's so Kids is a very controversial movie.
Yeah.
It was directed by Larry Clark, who is the kind of dude who likes to do outrageous stuff. Everyone should. This is gonna be the fucking book episode. Anyways, everyone check out his photographic novel Tulsa because it's great, and he pictures youth in his hometown Tulsa doing a lot of drugs, including like pregnant women and shit.
Okay.
So Kids has an NC-17 rating, which I know that's kind of dramatic.
Yeah.
That's like past R, right?
Yeah, it is. Because with the R, you can go in if you have a guardian with you. And NC-17, no one under 17 is admitted.
And does that also mean that it's limited screening? Like they won't show it as many theaters?
Right, because a theater's trying to make money, and they can make money. The more money they make, or the more times they show the movie, the more money they can make.
Right.
And if they can't show it to a big chunk of the audience, then they're not going to make money off of it.
Okay, I see. So yeah, Kids is super controversial.
Movie ratings are bullshit, by the way.
Yeah, I remember. Wasn't there a documentary on movie ratings?
Yeah, it's really good.
What's it called?
It's called This Film Is Not Yet Rated.
Oh, that's funny. So yeah, Kids is about a group of teenagers in New York partying and messing around, having a lot of sex. And I'm not going to give away the big main topic in case anyone hasn't seen it. It was critically acclaimed and has become a cult film. So that's her fucking film debut.
Also the debut of Rosario Dawson.
Yep. That's crazy. Casper, the dopest ghost. So she went to high school with Harmony. That's how she knew him.
Oh, okay.
So they dated her senior year. She had no professional acting experience at the time when he told her, like, I want you to be in my movie. And then she got the lead role by accident because they had hired a professional actress to play the part. But right before production started, she pulled out. She was like, never mind, I don't want to do this.
Uh-oh.
So Harmony,
who that was.
Her name is Mia Kirshner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's nobody. Like, I mean, I don't know her, so she can't be that big. Yeah, so she wasn't like an aspiring actress or anything. She was just kind of like doing her own thing. After the movie, she got some other roles offered to her in I Shot Andy Warhol and Trees Lounge. But literally, the director sought her out. She didn't audition or anything.
Yeah.
She was working in a clothing store at the time.
Oh, cool.
Then she starred in Harmony's next movie, Gummo, that I just talked about. And after that, because Gummo had a lot of buzz surrounding it because it's so bizarre and stuff, and because Kids was Harmony's debut as a writer, people are gonna watch what he does next. So after all that, she got pretty serious about acting and then started seeking out roles for herself.
Okay.
She was so then in 1996, so right after Kids and everything, her papa died of cancer.
In 1996.
Yeah. So
how old was she?
1995. I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't write what. She's 43 now.
Okay. So she was young as fuck. That shit was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, she's very young. So that's super sad. She then starred in 1998's The Last Days of Disco with Kate Beckinsale. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
It's cute.
It is really cute. I like Kate Beckinsale.
Me too. It's not like a great movie, but there's something
Right.
about the whole cast, right?
Yeah.
Because Kate and Chloe just together is fucking cool as fuck. In 1999 is when she really cemented herself as a star when she starred in the independent drama Boys Don't Cry. This movie was praised by
God damn. That
critics
movie came out.
and audiences.
That movie came out 20 years ago already.
I know. Doesn't it feel like it was 2000s?
Wow.
I
Yeah.
know. I totally thought it was like, I feel like I was in high school when I saw it.
Like if you would have said it came out in 2005.
Yeah,
like,
right? Yeah, that sounds more natural. I'm going to go fuck up their IMDb and be like, this came out in 2005. So this movie was independent, but it became huge. It's about a transgendered man who is in this really small town where obviously not even like being gay is accepted. So he tries to hide it a lot. He gets into a relationship with Chloe's character who doesn't know at first of his original gender, but then once she finds out, she really doesn't care. And then all the drama surrounding when the town finds out.
It's based on a true story. The story of Brandon Tina.
It's really sad.
Yeah.
So Chloe was nominated for an Oscar and Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress for this film, but she didn't win.
Because you know what? Her performance was overshadowed by everybody being all in awe of Hilary Swank.
Fuck yeah, because she killed it.
Yeah. By the way, Hilary Swank is fucking. She's Boys Don't Cry. She's $1 Million Baby, and she's the next Karate Kid.
Yeah.
She might be like the most versatile actress of a generation, dude.
Hilary Swank is cool. Good for you, Hilary Swank. Is Hilary Swank fucking Gangster's parent? Oh no, that's Michelle Pfeiffer. I'm tripping. My bad. Okay. So then after Boys Don't Cry, she moved back home with her mom for a while.
To Connecticut?
She said, because, her dad had died and then her mom needed some financial assistance. So she started attending Catholic Mass with her mom again. And she says she kind of became Catholic again around this time.
That's cool.
In 1996, she starred in some HBO movies, If These Walls Could Talk, Part 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
She has said that this is the only time she ever took roles just for money.
Huh.
Because she was trying to help out her mom.
Yeah.
She was also allegedly offered Selma Blair's part in Legally Blonde, but she declined.
I don't like that. That wouldn't have
Me
worked.
either. Selma Blair was perfect for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're pretty much caught up to her career when the drama went down.
Okay.
So in 2003, Chloe took the starring female role in the art house film The Brown Bunny. This movie is about a motorcycle racer who's traveling cross country and reminiscing about his former lover, Daisy. And Daisy is Chloe. It was written, directed, produced, photographed, edited, and starred Vincent Gallo. More on him in a second.
Okay.
While he's on this cross-country ride, he meets some women, but he just can't stop thinking about his ex, Daisy.
Okay.
He stops at her parents' house and remembers she has a pet brown bunny, so hence the title. He keeps on riding, and eventually she appears to him. They check into a hotel together, and they're both nervous because they're broken up, right? So she goes to the bathroom to smoke some crack, to chill out, to relax.
Yeah.
That's what we all do to
when
relax.
in Rome.
Right. In the final scene, they start to argue, and then Daisy performs oral sex on Vincent's character. I don't know what his character's name is. It doesn't matter. So actually, this movie's not that great, to be honest.
I have only seen the scene that you're
About
the
to
drop.
talk about?
Yeah.
It's very slow. I watched it to write this. It's slow. It has the story could be fucking great because it's like the reveal is crazy. But I just feel like it's so slow up until that point.
Yeah.
It's like by that point you're kind of like, ugh.
You know what it is? It's Vincent Gallo's ego.
Exactly.
Who's like, I'm going to do all of this.
Yeah. And it's him, like, the whole movie is about him when really the whole movie should have been about her.
Yeah.
Okay, so the huge controversy surrounding this movie is that the final scene where Chloe's character gives oral sex to Vincent's character is unsimulated sex. So Chloe is in fact performing fellatio on Vincent, and it's graphic. You see everything.
Yeah.
It premiered at Cannes.
Uh-huh.
And then immediately afterwards, her agency dropped her as a client.
That sucks.
They said they believed that the scene was one step above pornography and not a huge one.
I don't like that.
Me either. Her agent, William, I don't remember his last name, said that her career was tainted and that she may never recover, especially because there were a lot of rumors that there were way, 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 way more graphic parts of this scene that had already been taken out.
I see. Well, that was her man's, right? They were dating?
No, they never dated. She just she said she had been intimate with him before.
Oh, okay. But they weren't.
They were never together.
Yeah. Okay.
She allegedly walked out of the premiere at Cannes crying when the scene came on because so many people were vocally shocked.
Yeah.
She has defended her part and the movie, saying that this is a piece of art and it needs to be viewed in museums, not theaters. She also said that she feels like most people look at the scene itself without looking at the bigger context of the movie, and so they diminish it to just that, you know?
Yeah.
So then it is kind of like porn if you just think of that.
That's true.
There's nothing wrong with porn, but you know,
Right.
that's not what it is.
But also, I think it was a documentary or something about every movie that has unsimulated sex, which is like how I first found out about this movie. And somebody there said something really interesting that said, like, if you have to ask whether or not it is pornography, then it's not.
Yeah.
Then it is art.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's good art or bad art is a different question. But
yeah, totally.
yeah.
But if you have to ask.
Yeah, if you have to ask, then it's not.
Yeah. She has said that everything that went on there and the backlash between that scene and that movie was super complicated. Like, this is years later now, right?
Yeah.
She said that she probably needs therapy.
Oh, no. She was pretty young, huh?
She was pretty young. And she said that she was always open to doing explicit sex scenes in films because she thinks, you know, it's natural or whatever. But since this movie, she said she would never do one again.
Oh, and she hasn't, has she?
No.
Yeah. And it's not, I wonder why the choice, you know? Why did it have to be unsimulated?
Probably Vincent.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. So she did say she doesn't regret doing the movie because she doesn't want to be a bitter old lady, which is true. Don't regret shit. Two of the other main girls in the film were so when he's on this bike ride, he meets like two other girls. So there's like three girls, right?
Yeah.
They originally were supposed to be Kristen Dunst and Winona Ryder, but they both backed out of the project.
Oh.
I feel like if it would have been them, that might have fucking helped.
Oh, added some like legitimacy to the project, you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Because the other girls ended up being just non-actresses that he hired.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Roger Ebert, who we all know is a very famous
R.I.P.
Yeah, rest in peace movie reviewer. Is that his title?
A film critic.
Film critic. There you go. That's more appropriate. So Roger Ebert, after the Cannes premiere, said that Brown Bunny was the worst film in the history of Cannes.
Yeah.
Vincent responded and said that Roger was a fat pig with the physique of a slave trader.
Oh, no.
Roger Ebert responded by half quoting Winston Churchill and said, "It is true that I am fat, but one day I will be thin, and Vincent will still have been the director of the Brown Bunny."
Brown Bunny. Hey, Roger Ebert's documentary Life Itself is so good.
It's really great. He is a great man.
Great man. R.I.P.
Yeah, tragic death. Like,
Right.
gone too soon, for sure.
Yeah.
Great writer, great all around solid dude. Vincent, after Roger Ebert said that thing, like, you'll still be the director of the Brown Bunny, Vincent said he put a hex on Roger and cursed him with cancer.
Oh my God. So he did this? All right.
I know.
Fuck you, Vincent Gallo. Fuck you.
Roger Ebert then said, "A video of my colonoscopy would have been much more entertaining than the Brown Bunny." Roger Ebert is a writer. Like, why would you try to come at him?
Dude.
He's always gonna he fucking quoted Winston Churchill in his clapback.
Roger Ebert is the OG clapback queen.
Yeah, that shit's amazing. So after all, there was hella backlash. This was super
Yeah.
controversial. Vincent ended up re-editing the film and took out like 30 minutes, but he retained the controversial. He kept the controversial scene in its entirety. The re-editing did. Most critics said it was an improvement. Even Roger Ebert said it was much better once he took out a bunch of unnecessary parts.
Yeah.
Roger also said, everything's cool with me and Vince. We're all good.
Okay. I was going to say, for some reason in my mind, I was thinking that Roger walked it back at some point, but I could be wrong.
He said they're all good. But he doesn't seem like, he's a cool guy, so he doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would like, really take this shit seriously.
Yeah.
Most critics do not like this movie. It has pretty awful reviews online. I think it has like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know who praised it?
Who?
Sean Penn.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
When it was set to premiere in the U.S., it had a billboard on Sunset Boulevard in WeHo, which depicted the fellatio scene. It was Chloe on her knees in front of Vincent while he's like moaning.
That's kind of exploitative. I don't like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm telling you. It's all Vincent, dude.
Yeah.
Residents and businesses all complained and it was removed. So, like we said, this scene and like the way that he's promoted like the movie using the scene, it's definitely partly at least in there just for shock value, I think.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be plastered all over the place, right?
Right.
It's like him like being like, I'm so fucking controversial or whatever.
Yeah.
This dude wants people to know that this scene is in the film. It might be the only fucking way to get people to like watch it.
Yeah.
So let me tell you a little about Vincent Gallo, because I was like, who is this motherfucker?
I don't know anything about him.
Okay, he's awful. We hate him.
Okay.
First,
I'm ready.
So he's a model and an actor, quote actor. I say that very fucking loosely. He is a huge Republican and Trump supporter.
Okay.
He says he loves that Trump is our president, and he's sorry if that makes you feel some kind of way about it. He says he wish he looked more naturally Republican. Like, he says people think he looks liberal because of the way he dresses and stuff, but he hates that. He has a website where you can purchase a night with him, like escort services, for $50,000.
Does it have reviews on it? You know,
No.
how many times have people purchased?
No, I'm sure never. He this is the way he says it. Have you ever watched a movie and fallen in love with one of the actors? I, Vincent Gallo, star of the classics The Brown Bunny and Buffalo 66, both made by him, by the way,
Yeah.
have decided to make myself available to all women who can afford me, that is. For the modest fee of $50,000 plus expenses, I will fulfill the wish, dream, or fantasy of any naturally born female. For those who wish to enjoy me for the entire weekend, the fee is increased to a mere $100,000. Heavy-set, older, redheads, and even black chicks can have me as long as they can pay the bill.
Wow.
Well, thank you.
Trash.
Yes. However, I highly frown upon any male having even the slightest momentary thought or wish that they could ever or would ever become my client.
All right.
Yeah. Also, I'm not going to finish it because it goes on. Yes.
I'm sure it does.
Yes. One of the requirements, along with the $50,000 and paying for his expenses, including like hotel, travel fees, or whatever the fuck, is you have to send pictures. You have to take a medical exam, and including an STD exam, which I would get that, but
Yeah.
the medical exam, I don't understand why. You have to also shave your nether regions. And be very clean for him. Another one of his services that he provides on his website is the purchasing of his sperm for fertilization for the small fee of $1 million.
Nobody wants that.
He will provide his sperm as long as it takes for you to be fertilized. However, he will not pay for any of the fertilization treatment, whatever fees.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So he's a self-righteous, egotistical,
Douchebag.
maniac, douchebag, supporting piece of shit.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me sad that Chloe like hooked up with him even.
And that she's forever going to be tied to this dude, no matter what.
And have to defend him.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Right. Okay, so actually, the New York Times had a really good article about the Brown Bunny after it came out. They said something along the lines of, you know what? Actresses are asked to do shit like this behind closed doors every goddamn day. And Chloe's putting herself out there and she's not hiding behind any doors. So maybe she's nuts and like taking this super high risk, but it's unforgettable.
Mm-hmm.
And like we all know, people fucking love drama.
Yeah.
So guess what? Chloe's career fucking ballooned after this shit.
Right.
In 2006, she got a starring role on HBO's show Big Love.
Uh-huh.
And then she earned her first Golden Globe Award.
Oh, she won for that show?
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
Have you seen it?
I watched like 2 episodes of it. It looked interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't like Homegirl that we were talking about earlier in the podcast from Something Borrowed. I don't like her. And she's,
oh, yeah.
Well,
she's
one
like
of the stars.
She's the other house.
She's sister wife.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Chloe's continued to work on major studio films and indie films. Then after this, she did Zodiac, which got a hella good reviews, and I like that movie.
She was in Zodiac?
Yeah, she max on Jake Gyllenhaal. She's like his second wife in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
She's the one who leaves him because he becomes all like fucking weirdly
obsessed with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With regard to her fame, Chloe said she's happy with the slightly low-key level of stardom that she's achieved. When she was young, she dated a British pop star, Jarvis Cocker, and she said that being with him and seeing how his fans were around him and his lack of privacy scared the shit out of her. So she never wanted to be a celebrity on that level. So that's kind of why she always just does what she fucking wants to and doesn't abide by any sort of guidelines. And she never really sold out. So that's why we love her.
Mm-hmm.
And
Indie queen Chloë Sevigny.
Yep, that's the story of Chloë Sevigny and the Brown Bunny blowjob.
Hey. I just saw her in a movie this weekend. The Snowman.
Oh, I've never seen that.
It's new. It's with Michael Fassbender. It is
I like him.
quite probably the worst movie I've seen in years. I couldn't even finish it.
Oh my god.
It's on HBO Go. It's funny.
You didn't like the movie Mama or Mother?
Mother.
Javier Bardem and
Yeah, I did not like that movie.
okay. I never watched it because people hated it. Everyone hated it. No, with Javier Bardem and what's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. No, you're thinking of remember that movie with Javier Bardem where he has curing abilities?
No.
It's in Spanish. What's that one called? That's the one.
Beautiful?
Beautiful.
Yeah. I like
Yeah.
Beautiful.
That movie's so cute. His
Mhm.
little daughter. That movie's really sad.
It's sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mother was trash.
Well, fuck Mother then. All right, you ready, May?
Yeah, okay. From a story about something being too real to a story about something being too fake, this I'm going to do the story of...
Well, this is a story all about how my life got twisted upside down. Just kidding.
I'm going to do a story about Milli Vanilli. Okay.
Why can't I think of their song?
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh,
Ooh, ooh, ooh, I love you. Hell yeah, that's a banger.
Okay. I got most of this from a Twitter thread that went viral earlier this year from @GoldenEraHits.
Ooh.
It was a pain in the butt to find because that account has been suspended for some reason. So I couldn't see the tweets anywhere, which, by the way, Twitter can suspend a fucking music facts account, but can't suspend literal fucking Nazis. You know. Okay. Whatever, Jack. Okay, I tried to find their 1997 episode of Behind the Music, but I couldn't fucking find it anywhere.
What the fuck? Internet, find that for us.
Please.
I need to watch that.
No, for real, someone send that to us if you find a link. Link us. Did you know that this was the first episode of Behind the Music?
No, that's amazing.
Dude, I remember this episode vividly. I was too young to know about Milli Vanilli when they were out, so I really only knew them from their Behind the Music, which came out when I was around 9.
What the fuck, VH1? We don't need any more basketball wives. Bring back Behind the Music and pop-up video. You guys are fucking up.
Also, I felt some type of way thinking about this because I was certainly already kind of a pop culture geek at that age, and I was obsessed with these shows, and it made me a little sad that there's nothing really like that now.
Like a scandal like that?
No, like a show like that.
That's
like
what we
behind
are.
the music. Yeah, I know. I guess we're sort of filling that void.
If only more people knew about us.
Because where's a little weirdo kid supposed to learn that the Go-Go's had a sex tape?
Yeah, seriously.
or
Or that
that-
Chloë Sevigny sucked the Republican's dick.
Or that Gloria Estefan broke her back when her tour bus crashed in 1990.
Oh my god. Or that Sean Penn is a fucking asshole.
Yes. Where do think of the children? Somebody please think of the children. Dude, Chloë Sevigny got a good deal because that shit would have cost her $50,000 nowadays to have sex with Vincent Gallo.
What do you mean? Oh,
Because
because of his website? Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
that guy. He's such a weirdo.
Okay, here we go. The world knew Milli Vanilli as two dudes. Rob Pilatus from Munich, Germany, born in 1964, and Fabrice Morvan from Paris, France, born in 1966. Rob and Fab didn't really speak the same languages. Fab didn't speak German at all, but Rob spoke a little French, and I think they both spoke a little English, but not very much.
What? How is this possible?
Anyway, despite this, the two became fast friends in Munich in the late 1980s and bonded because they both wanted to break into the music industry.
That's awesome.
They first started working together as a dance duo and did some modeling and started getting gigs all around Munich. It was cool because Fab was saying that they first became aware of each other because they were like dating the same circle of women. Like,
Whoa.
like they would be, they would date a girl and be like, oh, I used to date this guy Rob, and then he'd be like, and then the next girl would be like, oh, I used to date this guy Fab or whatever.
Oh my god.
So these dudes were swaggy as fuck.
Yeah.
They had a motherfucking look.
Yeah, they are fucking swaggy, dude.
They
Fuck
looked like
yeah.
they looked like refrigerator magnets you could buy at a theme park souvenir shop in the 90s.
Yes.
They had these amazing long braids. They had top hats. They had bandanas. They were constantly rocking Lululemon looking leggings before Lululemon was even a twinkle in Mrs. Lemon's eyes.
Senora Lemon.
They had Technicolor ass, Joan Crawford ass blazers with giant shoulder pads. They had cool dance moves. These dudes had it all.
That's awesome.
Well,
They were
almost.
living their life. See, this is the part of the stories that I always like.
Oh, yeah. This is that part.
They're living their best life.
Because, okay, so they almost had it all because it turns out they weren't exactly the most gifted singers.
Aww.
However, apparently these two put
Whatever
on
with your however.
apparently these two put on a pretty good show because there was buzz building around town. Everyone
Ooh.
was like, we got to go see Rob and Fab.
Wait, so they did like sing in the beginning?
They had like some demos.
Okay.
Not real singers. They were mostly, their show was dancing. They had like a 20-minute dance set.
Okay.
Okay. Eventually, in 1988, word got to this dude, Frank Farian, who was this big-time musical artist and producer in Europe. He had performed as a solo artist for a while, but had eventually decided that he'd rather lead a more anonymous life, kind of like Chloë Sevigny. So he started this group called Boney M. Boney M was basically a group of black people that lip-synced to Frank Farian songs. Like, Frank would provide all the vocals and just change the pitch of his voice and shit in the studio to sound like it was different people.
Whoa, they're hella talented.
If you like disco at all, you'll get what I'm saying when I say that the group Boney M kind of looked like an off-brand German version of Chic, who famously gave us the song Le Freak.
Le freak.
Anyway, Boney M was fucking huge. These motherfuckers sold like 80 million records.
And they were lip syncers.
Yes.
Okay.
I had never heard of them.
I've never heard of them. How
and-
are they?
Okay, I didn't recognize any of their music when I listened to it, and it's whatever. It's not for me.
Okay.
I know that Lady Gaga sampled them in her song Poker Face.
Oh.
The ma like that thing. That's a Boney M song.
Oh, damn. That's pretty cool.
I think that they were mostly famous in Europe and places other than the U.S. on some Kylie Minogue shit.
Okay.
but I know that at least one or two of their songs did hit the charts here too.
Okay.
Their biggest hit was called Baby Do You Wanna Bump?
Yup. Easy question, easy answer.
So Boney M is basically doing like a reverse blackface.
Wait a minute, was that a reference to cocaine? Did I?
It's however you want it. It's either a bump, it's like a hip bump, or it's a cocaine bump.
Oh man, I did not mean that in the cocaine reference, just so everyone knows. I didn't even fuck.
So these dudes are doing a reverse blackface because they're putting a little visual flavor on this white dude's music.
Right.
Did you hear about that statement that Seth Rogen put out about blackface on the set of one of his movies this week?
Did you see the picture of the boy?
No, I was looking for it. I couldn't find it.
So it was there's a young black boy in one of his movies, and then there's like a stunt boy.
A stand-in,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who was also black, but slightly lighter shade of black.
Mm-hmm.
So they put like a little bit darker makeup on him.
Mm-hmm.
So did you see Seth Rogen's statement?
Yeah, it was good.
Great. It was perfect.
Yeah.
I thought, because he was like, I can't believe this happened. Like, basically, I mean, he can't oversee every part of their fucking movies.
But he did take responsibility. He was like, I'm in charge. So, like,
And he said, I'm taking action to make sure this never happens again. Just me saying sorry isn't enough. Like, he would.
Right.
I love Seth Rogen, dude. He seems like a cool ass guy, and he's fucking funny. And
I'm pretty meh about him.
Really? I really like him. I love him on Twitter.
Oh, I don't follow him. Should I?
Oh, yeah. He's great. Yeah. And you might start to love him.
Oh, okay.
Because he's like infuriated with all the things we get infuriated with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He could. Oh, could he co-host this podcast though?
Yeah. And he would just laugh the whole time.
Okay. That's it. That was his exact laugh.
That's my impression for today, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So this made me think about, listen, there's a lot of things that I don't understand about the story of Adam and Eve. But first of all, why the fuck would knowledge be forbidden? And then also, if you lived in paradise and could literally do whatever the fuck you wanted except for one thing, why the fuck would you do it?
Yeah.
You know? And I totally see that now with white people and the N-word, the naranja word, and blackface. Yeah. Society's like, listen, you guys, especially the dudes, can do literally whatever the fuck you want. Pollute the earth? No problem. Yeah. Become president? Yeah, if you want anything you want. But please, just don't say naranja and don't do blackface. Cut to them, like with shoe polish on their faces, say, dropping naranja bombs left and right.
We need to input the audio of Kramer right about here.
No, because we got to save that for that episode.
Yeah.
Okay, so the other thing that Frank Farian was hella famous for was having one of the most futuristic music studios, certainly throughout Europe, but also around the world.
Wow.
This dude fucking loved the studio. So all of his equipment was super cutting edge and always had the latest and the greatest, which he totally needed because he was up in the studio auto-tuning and shit, producing the fuck out of records to make it sound like they were by 5 cool black people instead of this one creepy white dude who looked like one of the people in the background of the last scene of Rosemary's Baby. Oh, and people from around the world came to his studio to record because it was the fucking shit. So this dude is fucking rich because he was mildly successful as a solo artist and made buckets of money from Boney M. And I'm sure he was making money from the big acts that recorded in his studio.
Fuck yeah.
I think that even Stevie Wonder recorded I Just Called to Say I Love You there.
Oh, wow.
Frank sees them perform and he immediately sees dollar signs. Cha-fucking-ching. And Rob and Fab were super pumped because they were discovered by Frank. It's got to be like being discovered by Diddy or something like that.
Right.
You're like, hell yeah, I made it.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm about to be rich and famous.
Fuck yeah.
And since he's this big time producer, Rob and Fab really put everything in his hands, thinking there's no way this dude is going to cheat them. And he becomes kind of like a father figure to them in many ways.
Yeah, like he won't lead them astray.
Yeah, exactly. He offers them a record deal and a signing bonus of $1,000.
Wow. That was not that much money.
It's not that much money, but it was a lot of money to these two because they were just club kids who were just, just barely making it.
Yeah, and this is what, the 80s or the 90s?
It's 88.
All right, so that's still kind of a lot of money.
No, I'm sorry, it's 87. Yeah,
right.
but it is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously they jump at the chance to sign this deal without, of course, consulting lawyers, managers, or any other third party to look out for their interests.
No, people didn't know back then.
And that would turn out to be a huge mistake.
Remember what Mariah Carey and A Tribe Called Quest said?
Mm-hmm.
Record company people are shady.
And we've seen this before. People in less desperate situations have been caught up like signing their lives away in terrible deals because they trust the people around them and they think that they have their best interests at heart. And unfortunately, they don't always do.
Yeah, because those people they trick them. They like make them believe that, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
They're really good at being manipulative in that way.
So they were trapped. It was a trap from the jump.
Yeah.
And yeah. And also, I heard that record industries lose money. The record industry loses money on 90% of their releases.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost like they do have to protect themselves by trapping 90% of people, you know? Okay. Unbeknownst to Rob and Fab, Frank already had the material written, recorded, and ready to go.
Oh, shit.
This was music written and produced by him and performed by studio singers. So the moment he saw them, it's like his mind put the two puzzle pieces together almost instantaneously. In 1987, Frank heard the song Girl You Know It's True by the group Newmarks in the club, and he really fucked with it. He was like, that's a motherfucking bop.
Yeah.
So he goes into his studio, frankifies the beat a little bit, removes the vocals, and shows Rob and Fab. He's like, this is going to be your first single. This is going to be the song that gets you guys famous.
Wait, but it was already somebody else's single?
Yes, it was this group out of Baltimore that recorded that song. So
what, like people didn't know or?
No, it was like a cover. He covered it, you know?
Oh, okay.
So the guys are like, fuck yes, this song is the fucking shit. Let's get in the booth and record that shit.
Yeah.
This is when there'd be a huge record scratch, just like, Was that the sound of a record scratch?
No, I think we both sounded like mice, but okay. Let's just keep it popping.
I'm going to drop a real one in here and see
Girl, you know it's true.
I'm going to drop a real record scratch in here and see if it sounds anything like that.
All right, cool. Do
it. Or if it just sounds like, I feel like we might sound like that dinosaur that eats Newman in Jurassic Park.
The one with those flappy things?
Yes.
Yeah. Fuck that. That's a scary ass one.
That's the scariest part of that movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Frank is like, get in the booth. I'm sorry, what? What do you mean get in the booth? Oh, you guys thought I was going to let you sing? Oh, good one.
That's fucking crazy.
So Rob, who's the one who speaks German,
yeah,
he's livid. He's like, what the fuck, dude? We're going to look like fools? No way. There's no way we can do this.
Too bad you already signed, bro.
Yes. Meanwhile, Fab is just sort of watching this big explosive argument, and he doesn't know what the fuck is going on because he doesn't speak German.
Oh, no.
Finally, Rob kind of explains it to him, and Fab is like, oh, no, that doesn't sound right. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
But they were already locked into a contract, so it was too fucking late.
Wow.
If they wanted to get out of the contract, they'd have to buy themselves out, which obviously they didn't have the money to do.
No, hell no.
They were in this shit.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
they signed a record deal for a $1,000 advance. They don't have money.
Yeah, they don't have money.
No, come on.
I feel so bad for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the studio singers are all up in the studio recording more material and putting the final touches on the music. And Rob and Fab are receiving a monthly stipend to cover their necessities, like hair and suits, which is apparently what they spent all their money on.
Perfect. That's
what I'd spend my money on.
Perfect sense to me. Like tablet. I would just have like 1 million tablets.
Yeah.
And like socks. Just keep buying new socks instead of washing them.
Anyway, they have no choice and they agreed to lip sync to Frank's music and figured they just have to go along with it, release whatever music he wants them to, fulfill the terms of their contract, and keep it moving.
Right. They didn't know. They didn't know it was going to fucking blow up the way it did.
They didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
They figured they could sort of fly under the radar and at the end of it, move on and do their own thing.
Yeah. Hell no. It was a bop, like you said.
So in 1998, they released their debut single, Girl, You Know It's True.
Ooh, 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 I love you.
And it's a banger.
It is the #1 club banger.
This was like the Despacito of its day. Like,
Yeah.
you could not escape this shit,
Yeah.
which sucked for Robin Fab because
they did.
it's so much for flying under the radar, you know?
Yeah.
And their contract with Frank had them obligated to put out 3 albums.
No.
And they didn't even read the contract. Like, they had no idea.
And
First
this
of all,
is their debut song, right?
yes, their debut song.
Fuck.
First of all, Fab doesn't even speak German, so he for sure didn't read that shit.
What the fuck? Dude, everybody, lawyer up.
Get a
Come
lawyer, dude.
on, bro. I'm a lawyer and I would lawyer up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You don't, no, hell no. You got to get someone who's an expert in whatever the fuck it is you're negotiating in.
So the success of this record is the worst case scenario for them. Okay, so the song's blowing up across the world. We're talking #1 in a lot of places.
Pretty much if you're #1 in the US, you're like international, right?
Yes, exactly. So they catch the eye of Arista CEO Clive Davis.
Ooh.
Clive Davis, we all know for famously signing and nurturing Whitney Houston throughout her career.
Yep.
P.S. Dying to see that Whitney Houston documentary.
I know. I've been seeing people talk about it here and there.
Yeah. I keep hearing all the buzz about it.
Me too.
So this shady motherfucker, Clive Davis, knows what's up. He knows that they didn't sing their own songs, but he enters into a production deal with Frank, which in turn means that they're about to put the whole Arista Records machine behind Milli Vanilli.
Oh, shit.
And Arista was popping at the time. Like I said, they had Whitney, and this is like 1987, 88, so this is a big fucking deal.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So
Sorry,
now
I went on his Wikipedia. Everybody you talk about, I look up on Wikipedia. He went to Harvard Law School.
Who, Clive Davis?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Dude, he's like started so many careers. Barry Manilow,
Mm-hmm.
Rod Stewart, TLC, Air Supply. Fuck.
Dionne Warwick,
Christina
Janis
Aguilera.
Joplin.
Jesus Christ. Carlos
Yeah.
Santana. Fuck.
Oh, I want to know what his net worth is.
Oh.
Okay.
He's single though.
Yeah, he is, huh?
Yeah, he old as fuck too. Hell yeah, me.
He's bisexual too. So you fellas,
Perfect.
if you're feeling a sugar daddy,
Yeah.
I saw somebody refer to a sugar daddy today on Twitter as a glucose guardian.
A glucose guardian angel.
Okay, so now Milli Vanilli are fucking everywhere.
Right.
Their videos all over MTV, back when MTV played videos. And back when MTV could really make you,
Shout out to
as an
Kurt
artist.
Loder. Yeah.
This is Kurt Loder with an MTV news brief.
Is Kurt Loder still in the MTV newsroom just waiting for them to to ring the alarm so he has something to say?
What happened to do they have VJs? Or
Oh.
like
Oh my god, did you see the picture of Jesse Camp
yes.
when they found him in Riverside?
I wouldn't have recognized him.
Oh, he looked crazy. No, they don't have VJs. They don't do shit but Teen Mom
Mm,
and Jersey Shore.
yeah.
I like both those shows. I'm out here talking shit. No, I would watch music videos though. Fuck.
Yeah. It's because, I mean, we don't need that. We have on-demand music videos. you know?
Yeah.
But there's something about, like, you would throw on MTV and just put it on in the background and, like,
Fuck yeah. When I was
clean
in
your room. Your mom would make you clean your room and you throw on MTV.
Yes, dude, that's what I was about to say. In high school, I would get up like an hour before school, and during that hour, like 6:30 to 7:30, it was just music video block. Yeah. And it was always the fucking best. Like,
Right.
you don't know what's gonna come up next, and that shit's fucking tight.
They should, you know how people are nostalgic now? They should try to, like, bring back old MTV, 90s style MTV.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
But even in the 90s, people were like, oh, this isn't the MTV that we had in the 80s.
Yeah, seriously. We're all fucking bitter.
Yeah, we're all bitter. Okay. So they went platinum.
Fuck.
They released their album in November 1988 under the names All or Nothing in Europe and Girl You Know It's True for the US release early the next year. The European release doesn't actually credit Rob or Fab for vocals in the liner notes, but the American release explicitly does. It sold 14 million copies worldwide.
Wow.
So they went diamond. All right, so now it's Milli Vanilli mania. These dudes are famous as fuck and partying all over the world, but they have this huge fucking secret that they can't reveal, and the pressure from trying to keep it under wraps starts getting to them.
Could you imagine the fucking anxiety?
Yeah, no way. I couldn't do it.
No way.
Mm-mm. So Rob and Fab start drinking and doing drugs.
Yeah, of course. They're probably really fucking depressed.
And they're in their early 20s, early to mid 20s.
So you're already going to kind of participate in that.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So producers at MTV noticed that when they were interviewed, they didn't really seem to speak English very well. So they started sort of whispering that they didn't think that they were the ones singing the songs.
Well, but Selena didn't speak Spanish very well, and she fucking sang in Spanish.
That's true, but their grasp of the English language at that point, it was just too much of a disparity.
Okay.
On July 21st, 1989, while Rob and Fab were on tour for Club MTV. Do you remember that? Do you remember that show?
No.
Club MTV was like it was like American Bandstand or like Soul Train, like when they were just dancing, you know?
That's awesome.
Last spandex. Okay. Or like Spring Break. They would do that.
I loved Spring Break. That
Dude,
was
I
like,
used to hate Spring Break.
You
when that
did?
Yeah.
Oh my god, no, because that's when it was like Carmen Electra and shit.
Yeah. Jerry Springer.
Yes, they would like randomly bring that motherfucker out like he mattered.
Okay, so they were on tour for Club MTV. The tape or the record or whatever skipped and just kept repeating the line, "Girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's, girl, you know it's."
Oh, no.
And they both panicked and ran off stage.
Oh, no.
So, according to VJ, Downtown Julie Brown, shout out to Downtown Julie Brown.
Yeah.
Rob and Fab were super shook, but it didn't even matter because the crowd either didn't care or didn't notice.
Right.
Because a lot of their music was like had scratches in it and stuff, you know?
Yeah,
so
it could have been like a DJ thing.
Right, exactly. So it wasn't really the end of the world. In their behind the music, they kind of make it sound like this was the beginning of the end, but it kind of just shook them momentarily.
Yeah.
Okay. In December 1989, Charles Shaw, who was one of the real Milli Vanilli singers, revealed the charade to the press. But Frank Farian paid him $150,000 in hush money to retract the statement, and he did.
Oh, shit.
So this dude made $150,000. He came out like the best. He made like the most money.
Also, we're not talking about Charles Shaw like fucking wine?
No.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
No. This is another dude.
I was going to say $2 Chuck was fucking Milli Vanilli. That's fucking crazy.
In February of 1990, Milli Vanilli was awarded the Grammy for Best New Artist. In March of 1990, the duo were still riding high off their success, and Rob got a little messy.
Uh-oh.
This is the only part where I'm like, oh no, baby, what is you doing? Rob was quoted in Time magazine saying he was, quote, the new Elvis.
Oh.
And that Milli Vanilli was better than Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney, and Mick Jagger.
Come on. Relax, Macarena. You've had one fucking song. You're really comparing yourself to those guys?
To quote Nancy Kerrigan, why? Actually, in their defense, I think they had like 3 songs at this point. They had,
but only one was a bop.
They had Blame It on the Rain.
Oh, that one is good too. Fuck, I'm going to download these.
I was watching actually this interview. I'm going to talk about this interview at the end because I'm still like pretty surprised about it. But Fab was saying that he thinks that Rob didn't really have the greatest grasp of English still at that point, and he thinks it was kind of lost in translation what he was trying to say.
Oh, okay. Also, maybe like to him, that's how it felt, like because he wasn't expecting it. Maybe he just felt like, oh my God, this must be what it is like to be those people.
Right.
You know?
I think Fab was saying that if he thought that Rob was saying what people thought he was saying, he would have been like, oh no, shut up.
Yeah.
He said that he was saying like to their fans or something. They were big like that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
Whatever. Also, it also sounds a little bit like bullshit. It sounds like when John Lennon was like,
Oh, we're bigger than Jesus. And
Yeah.
what had happened was, yeah.
So meanwhile, Rob and Fab had been keeping up the lie for a while now, and they were sick of it. It was taking its toll, you know. They started beefing with Frank because he refused to let them sing on the next album.
Wow.
And so they straight up refused to go back to Germany when he called them. Although why he needed them there in order to work on the album, I'll never understand.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so Rob and Fab secretly started collaborating with producers in the US and getting ready to make a move and ditch Frank.
Wow.
So Frank is like, he finds out and he's like, fuck that. And on November 12th, 1990, he exposes them to the press. What a piece of shit. He's like, if I can't have my toys,
Nobody
one else can, and
can.
breaks it.
Wow.
At this point, all hell breaks loose. 27 different lawsuits were filed in response, citing violations of United States consumer fraud protection laws.
Oh, wow.
Anyone who purchased their music or attended their concerts were given partial refunds. Everyone was mad at Rob and Fab as if they were the masterminds behind the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't like how this went down for them, dude.
It sucks for them.
Yeah.
Because they were trapped.
Yeah.
They were kids.
Yeah, that's so fucked up.
So they bore the brunt of the blame. As a result, they were the ones who were publicly shamed and taunted, while Frank Farian and Arista Records went about their business unscathed.
That's so fucked up.
Rob and Fab were the faces of Milli Vanilli, and they paid a price for it. Clive Davis pretended to be outraged and dropped them from Arista and deleted their album from the catalog.
Wow.
Girl, You Know It's True became the largest selling album to ever be taken out of print.
God, you would think it would like get a boost in ratings for this shit. Usually
Right?
when there's drama, like shit goes up.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that
They're trying to like make it disappear.
Yes, exactly. Because they're shady and people are still doing... Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, Rob and Fab decided to return their Grammy.
Aww.
And the Grammy committee was like, you fucking better. Matter of fact, give it back right now. So a lot of people remember that their Grammy was taken away, but it wasn't like that. They were the ones who gave it back.
Yeah, I remember the press conference. That's like very famous film footage of them like, can we give this back now?
Yeah, the press conference when they give the Grammy back is cool because when they walk in, Rob sings a little bit of Girl, You Know It's True.
Yeah.
And Fab grabs the mic and does the rap part.
Aww.
And Fab is he actually does a pretty solid job. So
Yeah.
all the press starts like clapping and shit.
Good.
So this was actually the only time that a Grammy's ever been rescinded. So now there's just no winner for Best New Artist that year. It's not like they gave it to somebody else.
Yeah.
In 1991, Frank Farian got the studio singers who did the Milli Vanilli vocals together again to form the group The Real Milli Vanilli. They released an album called The Moment of Truth, which flopped.
Fuck. First track, Milli. Second track, Vanilli. Fuck.
So Rob and Fab continued to be social pariahs. These dudes could not show their faces in public.
Aww.
And in order to try to cope, Rob started getting even heavier into drugs.
Oh, no. How old are they like now?
They're like, I want to say maybe 26, 27.
Oh, my goodness.
Like also, Rob had been adopted and was dealing with a lot of issues stemming from that. Like, apparently he had to deal with a lot of racism and issues of acceptance growing up in Germany.
Yeah, for sure.
And unfortunately, he didn't have a real family to turn to when shit hit the fan.
And oh my God, dude, we've all been there, like where something embarrassing or like something happens to us and like, you know, like you hate that feeling, like when you can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And that's just like something on a small scale. Imagine
Right.
when it's like fucking international news.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it must be horrible.
And they have a very recognizable look too. So it's not like you can just put on a hoodie and go to the store.
Seriously.
Okay. In 1993, Rob and Fab released an album called Rob and Fab for Taj Records, which actually got good reviews.
Oh, wow.
But Taj Records didn't have money to print or promote the album, literally their only job. and it flopped.
Oh man.
It flopped. It sold 2,000 copies.
Oh no.
From they sold like 33 million singles to 2,000 copies.
Aw.
Yeah, it sucks. Let's see. In 1997, between the release of Rob and Fab in 1997, they also did a commercial for Carefree gum. Do you remember that gum?
Oh yeah.
They had to make money somehow, and the commercial is actually kind of funny. It was like they were singing opera, but it was a record, and then the record started to skip, and it was like, how long does Carefree sugarless gum last? As long as it takes these guys to start singing their own songs.
Oh shit.
I don't fault them for that, because I mean,
No,
fuck.
get some money. Fuck
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
In 1997, Frank Farian and Milli Vanilli teamed up again to record new music with Rob and Fab actually providing the vocals.
Oh wow, that's shocking.
It's shocking. Fab says like he thinks Frank was trying to play them though.
Yeah.
But okay, the album was called Back and in Attack.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it was set to be released in 1998. But Rob was still having a bunch of problems.
Oh.
His drug problem was getting worse, and he did some assaults and robberies.
Oh no, why?
Yeah.
I never understand what robberies. Like what?
Fab was saying that he just had the drugs, like the quest for drugs were just making him antsy and
do crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
So he went to jail for a few months. And actually Frank bailed him out,
Oh wow.
and he put him on a plane back to Germany and paid for him to go to rehab for 6 months.
Damn, that's unexpected.
It is unexpected, but he saw like he was trying to make money off of them again. He wanted them to put out this album and,
True,
promote it. On April 2nd, 1998, in a hotel room in Frankfurt, Germany, Rob was found dead at the age of 32 from an overdose of prescription drugs and alcohol.
Oh my god.
His death was ruled an accident, and the album was canceled.
That's the saddest thing ever. I didn't know that it was an accident. I always thought that he did it on purpose.
Some people say that he did do it on purpose because he had some suicide attempts in the past. He allegedly slit his wrist one time. Another time, he threatened to jump out of his hotel room.
Yeah, and just
But-
to deal with so much, like such
Yeah.
a crazy roller coaster at such a young
Yeah.
age.
Exactly.
You're nobody, you're the most famous person, then you're like publicly fucking just
Shamed.
blacklisted. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like fucking crazy.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Rob. You brought a lot of joy to a lot of people, my dude.
Yeah, RIP. You didn't deserve what you got.
And I'm willing to forgive you for comparing yourself to Dylan and McCartney.
Yeah, me too.
So Fab became a musician for real. He wrote and sang and produced all of the tracks for his 2003 album Love Evolution. He lives in Amsterdam and sometimes does shows with John Davis, who is one of the real Milli Vanilli voices.
Oh, cool.
I think their project is called Face Meets Voice.
Aww.
He and Rob never received any royalties from the Milli Vanilli recordings, although they continue to use their likeness.
Wow.
And Fab claims that he's forgiven Frank Farian, although he doesn't ever want to speak to him again.
Good.
Frank Farian now lives in Miami and continues to be rich as fuck with a net worth of allegedly more than $40 million.
Wow.
He probably lives next to Pitbull and DJ Khaled.
Yeah, what a dick.
A Milli Vanilli biopic is in the works, but had been kind of sidelined after mega producer director of, among other things, the Rush Hour movies, Brett Ratner, was accused of rape, sexual misconduct, and harassment.
Aww.
As a result, Warner Brothers cut ties with his production company, Rat Pack Entertainment, and the project is now up in the air.
Oh no.
And that's the girl you know it's true story of Milli Vanilli.
Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you. Good job, man. That was awesome.
Well, what I wanted to say is just a couple minutes ago before we started recording, I was watching this interview with Fab. And this dude comes off, he comes off so real and genuine. And he says, I've made mistakes in my life, and the only thing you can try to do is try to move forward and become bigger person and a
Yeah.
better person, and
Yeah.
like he just seems like a good dude. Like
Yeah.
I wish the best for him.
Yeah.
He seems like, it's so ironic to me that this story about someone being so fake and this dude is like real as fuck.
Yeah, that sucks. It's because of the way that the media played it.
Yeah.
It's like you said, like they made them the villains in the story when really it was all these people behind the scenes and they were just misunderstood and they didn't really know what they were getting into, and it's
Right.
not fair.
It's not fair.
And so he's
it's-
had to make peace with everything, so
Yes.
just for his own mental health, I'm sure.
And also, I like their relationship. Like, they were ride or die. They were like bros till the end. He was like, that's my brother. I will never say a bad thing about him. He's like, a lot of things went down in our past, and the only regret that I have, he's like, obviously I would try harder and I would, try to be more educated about my choices with the contract and like try to get out earlier if I could. But my biggest regret is not steering my brother away from the drugs.
That's so sad.
Yeah, it's really sad.
Oh my God, R.I.P.
And it also sucks because this is a thing that's not uncommon in the music industry.
No, people lip sync all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Has Britney Spears ever performed actually singing? What about Baby Olsen or Ashley Simpson?
Ashley Simpson.
Yeah, remember
Ashley
she
Simpson?
fucking lip synced? That bitch can't sing.
That's one of the more current ones. People were talking about Drake having a ghostwriter.
Drake has a ghostwriter? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kanye allegedly had a ghostwriter at one point.
Yeah. And then Homegirl, who did make her money off of something like this, though, what's her name from the Weather Girls? It's Raining Men.
Oh.
Martha something.
Yeah.
She is also the singer of Everybody Dance Now.
Yeah, and they just put the other person's face.
Yeah, and she sued and she like got a shit ton of money.
Good for her.
Yeah, good for her.
Well, that was this drama club.
Very dramatic indeed.
Very dramatic. Thank you to the dramatics. If you guys want to hit us up on social media, once again, at Drama Club Pod, Twitter and Insta.
_drama_club on Reddit.
Find us on iTunes. Give your girls a review.
Hit up the hotline at 505-539-0556.
And that's it. We love you. I'm Judy. Wait, what's her name? I'm Judy Judge. I'm Phoebe Judge. This is Criminal. I fucking love that bitch's voice.
That was pretty good.
I'm Phoebe Judge. All right. All right. Anyways, bye, guys. Love you.
Later, guys.
However, whatever with your helmet.